But we begin this morning with those wildfires scorching Los Angeles County. At least 5 people have died. More than 100,000 people now have been forced to evacuate. Over the course of just 36 hours, the fires have burned down an estimated 2,000 structures across the area. 5 major fires currently burning across L.A. County, with 3, the Palisades, Eaton, and Sunset fires, at 0% containment. The Los Angeles Fire Department, however, confirms it is making progress on that Sunset fire. That's a new one last night. The 2 others, Lydia and Hearst, are at 40 and 10% containment, respectively. The largest of the fires, Palisades, has burned more than 17,000 acres now. Officials calling that fire the most destructive in the history of Los Angeles. The second largest, the Eaton fire, has engulfed more than 10,000 acres of land and is responsible for the 5 deaths so far. Hurricane-force winds and dry conditions have fueled the fires, and low water pressure is hampering efforts to fight the blazes. The fierce winds did begin to die down a bit last night, but the Santa Ana winds are expected to return later this week. We're hearing stories from local residents about how the wildfires have ravaged their neighborhoods, their schools, and local landmarks, leaving many of them in rubble. At this hour, thousands of people have lost their homes, leaving entire communities burned to the ground. Childhood photographs burned in the fire, decades of memories now wiped away. We're getting a sense of how residents are coping with the aftermath following their harrowing escapes.
This is the best neighborhood. Everybody knows each other. Everybody helps each other out. Before he left, our neighbor Brad here, he was putting out little fires on, before he felt like he just had to go. He was putting out little fires on our property, and who knows, maybe that saved our house, but that's the kind of neighborhood we have, and it's, most of it's gone now.
All the stuff that's here is replaceable. People are not. So having the family is the most important thing.
I drove with the kids and the dogs down to Laguna Beach. What are the answers? They say, Mommy, where are we going to live? Where are we going to go to school? What are we going to do? And I don't have answers to those questions right now.
One day you're swimming in the pool, and the next day it's all gone. But she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
We lost all our things. Partners, all our photographs, and all my grandpa's antique chest and all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to break down again. That's what I feel. It's my whole life.
Everything was in there.
So
we lost everything.
You shape up. You're supposed to be a support. Anyway.
Good.
I'm okay. I'll be okay. I'm tough, and we'll start over. Even though I'm 91 years old, I'll start over again.
91 years old, just a handful of what are thousands of stories like those. A woman from Houston who is from Pasadena describes how the cemetery where her mother, brother, and several family members are buried is now completely burned. Joining us now from Altadena, California, where the Eaton fire continues to rage, NBC News correspondent Dana Griffin. Dana, good morning. What are you seeing on the ground?
Willie, good morning to you. And I got to say, just listening to those stories, they're just heartbreaking. They're touching. And there are several more out there just like it. Here in Altadena, where the Eaton fire, as you mentioned, has burned some 10,000 plus acres. 5 people have been confirmed dead in this fire. We're seeing neighborhoods that look just like this. Those embers during those hurricane-force winds were pretty much playing hopscotch to vehicles and homes. You have some homes that are standing, but in this neighborhood that we're walking through right now, almost every single one looks like some of the, we'll show you those images in a second because we're in front of a vehicle right now, but all of the homes have been leveled in this neighborhood. And as we kind of pan over here, I want to show you, there's not any active flames in this particular neighborhood concerning the wildfire itself, but we are seeing these blow torches at almost every single home. These are fires that are starting from the gas line, because officials have not come in and shut it off so that we don't see these blowtorches here. You do have a tree stump that is smoldering in the area, but again, every single home has been burned mostly to its foundation. At this home, the only thing you can really make out are the mailboxes. You see the numbers 309. That's the only thing that you can still see here. And there are even power lines that are hanging over. We drove over some that were in the road. We usually wouldn't stand this close to these, but these have been de-energized. But you've got several power lines that are strewn everywhere. And in this vehicle, there's actually a cat that we heard moments ago meowing. Obviously badly hurt. Our photographer and producer kind of got underneath the car to try to get a look at it. They put some water down there for the cat. We're not hearing it at this moment, but obviously several families had to flee in such a hurry. So their pets, some have lost them. Others have tried to find safety, and the only thing that they could, a vehicle that was untouched. And it's just sheer devastation. We're still trying to determine what caused this fire. We know the Palisades fire started in someone's backyard. What caused it exactly? Officials have not released that cause. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions, how this happened and why this happened. I mean, obviously, we know we had those hurricane-force winds that really drove this fire. There were issues with trying to get helicopters and aircraft up to dump water on the fire, and that is usually such an amazing tool to try to prevent fires like this from happening in Los Angeles County. But as you mentioned, I've spoken to so many people who say the same thing. We did not think that this could happen here. Willie?
You know, Dana, just reading the accounts and listening to some of the briefings from the LAPD and the Los Angeles Fire Department, it's clear they've never seen anything like this, and they see a lot out there in Southern California. The fire department saying we are doing everything humanly possible, all hands on deck. It's just overwhelming. It's too much to get to every call. It's too much to get to every house that's on fire. It's too much to let people back into these neighborhoods to see if their homes are still there, because they're not sure that it's safe to be there. So what is your sense of how authorities are attempting to get their arms around this?
Well, I think they're trying to do the best that they can. The good thing is those Santa Ana winds, or at least the strong gusts that we saw yesterday, are not the winds that we are seeing today. So we have seen some helicopters up above, which has been amazing. And we're just going to walk a little bit more over here so you can see more of the flames behind us. They're doing the best that they can. We did have a sheriff's deputy drive past us, and we got this warning to be careful. And we thought, okay, maybe he's talking about the smoke because the air quality is so poor. That's why we're all wearing respirators and masks. He said, no, be careful because there are looters out here. He said, we've already arrested someone. And I asked, well, how many and where, and try to get some more information. He says he couldn't give me that information, but the fact that they this morning have already arrested people, it just goes to show that people are taking advantage of an already devastating situation. So that's another element that they're dealing with out here, is trying to get the flames fully out. Where we are, we're not seeing any active flames, and that could be because it's in such a remote area, so it's hard to get that vantage point. But hopefully the fire can burn out in those remote areas and hopefully not spread anywhere else. We did have another fire pop up in the Hollywood Hills. They issued evacuation orders. A lot of those evacuation orders have been lifted, which is a great sign, but we are not out of the woods yet. There are still major wildfires still burning in Southern California, and the threat, Willie, is not over.
Dana, good morning. It's Jonathan. Yes, that Sunset Fire came within a couple hundred yards of some of the most major and famous thoroughfares in the city. We hope indeed it stays, and firefighters are able to keep pushing it back. I want to ask you about the response that firefighters have been able to do there in the region where you are, but also throughout the city. There's been a lot of questions about whether there was water in the hydrants, whether they had the appropriate amount of resources to deal with these fires. What are you hearing from fire officials as what they're able to do from the ground and from the sky, from helicopters like the one we're seeing now?
Yeah, so that's a really great question, and officials addressed that yesterday. They admitted that we did not have the water pressure in order to fight the fire on the ground. And the reason that happened is because they have about 3 1 million gallon tanks that they have in the Palisades area. And the reason you fill that up is so that you have the water pressure. And so they were pumping out so much water over about 15 hours, about 4 times the capacity. They could not keep up with the demand. So that water ran out, and around 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, they had no more water. And that was the critical time of this firefight yesterday, because that's when the winds were the highest overnight and into the morning. On top of that, you also had the aircraft, which were not flying. They had to be grounded because of those strong winds. So when you have no water coming from up above or on the ground, that's why you see more than 1,000 structures that have burned, because there was no way to fight this. And also you had those whipping winds that carried embers up to a mile or two. So it was really the perfect storm that created this mess.
Dana, Altadena is a vibrant community. I've enjoyed spending lots of time there. Right now, does it just seem like an evacuated ghost town, a hellscape? Do you still see anyone wandering around, or has everyone fled?
That's a great question. We are seeing absolutely no one on the streets except for that sheriff's deputy that drove by and reminded us to be safe while we're out here. It's a ghost town. We have not seen anyone out here except for the patrol vehicles that have shut down the roads. Again, it's hard to see because it's so dark right now. We've tried to light this as best as we can, but once daylight comes up, you may get a better scope. But every home on this street looks just like this. I haven't seen one home that is standing yet. So when you talk about communities that have been completely wiped off the map, those words are not exaggerations. This is something that people did not think could happen in Los Angeles County that's so populated. And, you know, usually these wildfires decimate remote areas or communities that are very spread out. But these are neighborhoods and communities that our friends stay and loved ones and coworkers. And to see this much widespread devastation, it's really hard to wrap your head around it.